And we're on, baby. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome to another Leaf and Ash podcast, Late Hour Burn.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, sir. As you see, I got myself, Panda, baby, and my boy Cigar Don. What's going on, Cigar?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Dude, what you call it? Before we get started, what are you finishing up there? 'Cause I can see you already.
I am finishing up a Nica Rustica Connecticut broadleaf.
Nice. Okay.
One of those sticks that we've talked about that punches way above its weight class.
Mm.
Price
What
point. What's up,
what are you
Pat?
pairing it up with?
I got some 1790. Well, I got a sip left, but I got some 1792 bourbon, full proof, and I mixed it with some Boylan's cream soda, which everybody probably goes, whoa, but man, it works. Let me tell you what, it works.
Okay. Well, the Panda is actually, and y'all see that, the Mark Twain pen, should I say the pen, little Figurado. Pairing it up today, the Panda's taking a little hiatus from drinking anything, so I'm having some ginger ale. So, Donnie boy, just before we got on, we were kind of chopping it up in regards to last night's podcast. If you guys missed out, we had Kevin Shanahan from, or it's not from, but the cigar prop himself. He was on our episode of number 44. I think that was
number 44. Yep.
So, guys, you get a chance, go check it out. We chopped it up for about an hour and 45 minutes. Before we get started, I just want to give Kev a big shout out and a big thank you for taking time, for chopping it up with us. And like I said, it kind of it kind of brought me back, right? Because, from when we first started, to where we are today, and what kills me is that I can't believe how much time has flown by, and how much we've done.
We're coming up on a year from our first podcast.
Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to the other individuals that we have planned to interview.
Yeah.
Hopefully bring back some of the old guests that we had last year.
Catch up with them.
Yeah, get back with them. Definitely see if we can reach out to Matt Booth. And see if he.
I don't know how we topped that first interview with him, but I'm sure just ask him a single question and he'll be ready to roll.
What's going on, Pat? Black, what's going on, guys? There'll be I guess price. Yeah, listen. Pat, once again, buddy, yeah, you can't go wrong with any of the Nica Rusticas, bro. For the price point, it is absolutely, this is what, $7, $7 and change.
Like I said, they punch way above their weight class.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of, and I know the answer. I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So, how'd the fights go tonight?
Okay, so that you guys have an understanding, right? The Panda's a big boxing fanatic. Me and my, you met my best friend Ernie. Him and I we're like two old women, bro. We FaceTime each other. We FaceTime. What's going on? We FaceTime one another, and we'll watch the fights. We honestly thought that these fights were supposed to be scheduled for tomorrow night, and we found out today that it was tonight. But the crazy part, when we read it both on ESPN's channel, it said 8:00 for the main event, which was the Rolly and Garcia fight, right? And there was some great undercards. If you even want to call them undercards, you had, Teofimo Lopez fighting. He won. Damon Haney fought. He won. There was so many good fights that we wanted to watch. I roll up. I leave the lounge, haul butt home, take a quick shower, come to the garage, I turn on the television, you know, and I see that the main event's already going on. And I'm like, is this supposed to be the first one? You know? And who's that? JJ?
Yeah.
What up, buddy? Come jump on. Um, so um, so to me, you know, I'm thinking, okay, fine. You know what? We'll start with the big fight that we wanted to see. And all of a sudden, the fight, Garcia got his butt whipped, which was absolutely embarrassing. You know, it wasn't, you know, he got knocked down in the second round. You know, Rolly hit him with two hook punches and knocked him on his ass. But I didn't think they were like really hard punches to knock him down and mess up his game plan. And the thing is that this fight was setting up for the Haney Garcia 2. It was supposed to be a big money day for them, you know, and a big hype in the fight, you know. And Haney did what he was supposed to do. He wins, and Garcia didn't do what he was supposed to do, and he lost. So, but yeah.
You know, to kick this off, so for me, yesterday, or day before yesterday, I don't remember, yesterday, the day before, I watched a video. It was an hour-long video it was all 44 of Mike Tyson's knockouts. So, you know, we've had the GOAT conversation in basketball. We've had the GOAT conversation in football. You know, we really haven't had that in boxing. But, man, you watch some of those punches that he lands, and some of them, you think to yourself, it wasn't even that hard of a punch, but that just tells you how hard that dude punched, man.
Yeah, he was a beast, man. I mean, you know, we grew up in that era, right, of the Tysons. But I remember as a child watching with my grandfather, you know, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, you know, all these guys, man. To me, that's when boxing was pure, you know, because those guys didn't care less about their record. It was about, if I'm saying I'm number one, I want to fight who's claiming that they're number one. Let's find out for real.
Well,
let's find out who it is.
My favorite Hagler story is so after a fight, he was being interviewed one time, and he was taking a beating in this fight, and he ended up knocking the guy out. And I want to say the guy's name was like John Mugabe or something like that. The guy was piecing him up pretty good, and then Hagler knocked him out. And so after the fight, they were like, "What switch flip? What happened?" And he said, "I've never seen my own blood before."
Well, listen. Wow. Can you hear that?
I do.
There's a car racing down the street.
Oh.
But yeah, you know what's the famous quote of Tyson? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And listen,
such a good quote for life too. You know,
it is. But the crazy part, like with Tyson, the worst thing that ever happened to Tyson was when his trainer passed away. You know what I mean? Then all the vultures came after him. You know, and if that old man, if he was maybe 20 years younger when he met Tyson, you know what I mean? Tyson wouldn't have been and gone through all the nonsense that he went through, because he had the utmost respect for
Cuss.
And, you know, for Cuss. I say Andy for Cuss. You know, and that's when all the vultures came, you know, and him partying and drugs and this and that, you know, and it's sad, but you know, there's a man that they estimated that he blew away over $300 million, you know, and now, you know, he's kind of made some money, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of it, some endorsements and stuff like that. But yeah, he's definitely, you know, he's not a 100 millionaire, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
What's that? Let me see. What is it? I don't know if you guys watch UFC, but the best line I've ever heard. Oh, it was saying it takes people into deep waters. Simple to find. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, well, I'm a UFC fan as well. You know, also Hammer. Yeah. Let me tell you, he went out there on a mission to prove
those Kazakhstan fighters are just something, um, you know, sometimes to me they're and this might be my lack of knowledge about fighting, my whole life. I love to watch UFC, but sometimes those fights are boring fights because like you said, they drag some people, and then it's a wrestling match, and I'm getting into jujitsu a little more because my son's training in jujitsu, and so I'm learning a little bit more about the in the UFC it's a tap out, it's a you get somebody in a chokehold and they tap, but in real life that guy's going to sleep or worse, if you're mad enough or worse, and so or the arm bar, you're like arm bar is boring. In real life, that guy's arm's snapping. You know,
yeah, and that's the whole thing. Yeah, or Don. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the best feuds ever. Yeah, listen, I remember when UFC first came out. There were no weight divisions. You know what I mean? There was zero weight divisions, and that's how the Gracie family made their name. Horace Gracie kind of put the Gracie family on the map. I'm a little biased, you know what I mean, because of how people claim Brazilian jiu-jitsu and this and that. And my style of jiu-jitsu is traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, and there really isn't a whole lot different, other than they're proclaiming that their father made Japanese jiu-jitsu better. I could kind of argue that. What's going on, Cigar man? What's up, Tom? Yeah, yeah, they almost did. What you call it though? But the thing, what saved the UFC was Dana White.
say what you want about him, but that guy saved the UFC.
Well, and mind you, Dana White came from the boxing realm. That's why they end up coming up with divisions, right, and weight classes, which was the smartest thing. And the one thing I absolutely love about the UFC, I mean, you can't leave nothing to the refs, right? Because it's one of these things. I mean, their gloves are not that heavy. You know what I mean? It's barely just to protect their hands. It's almost bare knuckle, right? So.
And what I didn't realize, and I actually got to go to some minor league. The hat is kind of straight tonight. I actually got to go to some minor league MMA fights this past weekend, and one of my son's instructor was fighting, so we actually went and watched. And before the fight, before he got his gloves on, he was already wrapped up, and he came by and fist bumped us all. And when he fist bumped me, I always thought that those wraps were hard underneath there. They were. It was just.
It's just gauze.
It's just gauze, yeah. And I'm like, man, like, how do they not break their hands more? And I know they do. I know they do break their hands, but how does that not happen more?
Yeah. But I mean, well, because if you notice, if you ever see them, they're never like boxing. It's not like here, right? It's always like this, right? Their hands open, because the truth of the matter is the fact that as you get closer to your, and that's when you're supposed to close your fist.
Right.
Straight up.
You're taking some in the comments right now.
I'm telling you, man, these guys are after me tonight. Oh man, hold on. How about that? You know what? How about that? Yeah, how about that, guys? How about that?
How about that? Catch you outside. How about that?
Catch you outside. But but yeah. So going back to Cigar Prop last night, right? I absolutely love. First of all, I love his content. I love his new segment with his daughter. I think that's something. It's because my daughter. Truth be told, my daughter's like, "Dad, you and I need to come up with something," and I'm like, "Well, we'll figure something out," And so yeah, but his dude. What blew my mind, he has a 520 square foot master bedroom that he built. And then he just added another 550 square feet lounge with the walking humidor.
Right.
That is something about being jealous, man. That is just sick.
With a walk-in humidor and
Yeah, you're right, Pat. Greg, you're a jerk, dude. Oh, hey, Greg, did you win something else? Online raffle. I think I could have sworn I saw you. I think I saw something on Facebook or something. Well, yeah.
We're at the weekend, baby. This was a stressful week. I know it was for you too. You know,
it was, man. This week took a toll, man. And mind you, we're not even in peak season. You know, peak season is right around the corner. It's coming up in another month. You know,
you mean in your world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the PCA cigars. That's what it was. Well, this man has more luck, bro. I've seen this man win more raffles, more giveaways. Unbelievable.
Man, you want to talk about another cigar that punches above its weight class?
Which one's that one?
The Big Sky Bitterroot.
That is a good smoke, man. I finally had the other when we were chopping it up. Pat, that face is only a face of Mother Kala. Oh man. Hey Pat. Hey, friends like these guys who needs enemas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So you got any plans for this weekend?
I'm gonna I was supposed to go tonight, but we're getting some weather here tonight, so they canceled it till tomorrow. The high school that my son went to, their baseball team won district and they're in the playoffs right now. So we're gonna go watch the playoff game. It's tomorrow at noon. So that's the only thing I really got planned. I really just planned a chill weekend. I gotta do a little bit of work just to keep myself above water, but you know.
Then you just Greg is on a mission. Go ahead, post it. Go ahead. Then you just have it. Yeah, I sure did, man. I'm finally feeling normal again, though, Greg. You know, I actually can sit down on both butt cheeks. No wonder Panda would get into fights. He wouldn't feel it with the hits. Yeah.
Man, you taking it tonight.
They're coming at me today. It's all good. That's how I know I'm loved. You know? Hey, Tom, you still on? I don't know, Tom. Liquid died and still didn't cut any weight.
Damn.
Damn. Oh, Greg, you're going to pay for that one, buddy. You're going to pay for that one.
I think you said you did lose 3 pounds, right?
I did lose 3 pounds. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Yeah, dude, it's not fun, man. That prep work is not fun. Dude, I'll tell you this much, that it goes, like I said, I fast. So I think the longest I ever fasted was either 3 or 4 days. I can't remember because it was a while ago. But I was telling Jen, I was like, you know what? I might end up doing that, doing it again, but probably see if I could do a week, do at least 5 days,
Before my surgery, man, I had to do it for 2 weeks. That was a rough 2 weeks. You did not want to be around me for that 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's crazy because it wasn't until the next day, because my procedure was 12:30 in the afternoon, but by the time they prep you, they get you ready, and then when you finally put you in the OR, it's like an hour and 30 minutes, and then the whole thing took about 35 minutes, and what in your pinky, devil, none of you. Hey, boy, Greg, boy, you on the mission, buddy. Oh man, but yeah. Yeah, hey Greg, when is that Chicago event?
It's this weekend, isn't it?
It's this weekend, right? I believe so. Because I was gonna get with Ish to see if I could pass by to go get my traveling case.
Now, yeah.
It started today. I'm sure those guys are gonna have some good stories when they get back.
Yeah, best of luck to those guys. I hope it goes the way they want it to go. You know.
Well, and once again, right? It goes to show you, once again, boutique cigars, right? You're now smoking two boutiques. What are you smoking now? The Bitterroot,
Bitterroot, yeah.
By Big Sky.
Yep.
Do it. The safest time not to. Yeah, it was. They're not in New Orleans, although Chicago ain't no joke either, though. So. Ask is to make a cigar that tastes like tell. Like I'll tell you, but you so you such a nut, bro. Spin, what's going on, buddy? How's the wifey doing? But yeah, this weekend, I really don't have a whole lot to do. Tomorrow night, I'll be spending the night at Ernie's
Watching the
because
fights.
yeah, there is another fight. Believe it or not, it's actually Canelo Alvarez is fighting tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
But I think they're fighting in Dubai.
Oh, so it's an early fight.
That'll Saudi Arabia. I can't remember which one. I know it's going to start early. So I know that is. I think they said something maybe 7 Eastern time, which is because they're so way ahead of us. Yeah, this weekend on Black tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Canelo Alvarez fight. And I think they estimate his fight gonna be like maybe 11 o'clock at night. And sometimes those are rough, man, because when you have all these fights and stuff, like you try to stay up, by the time the main event comes, you're already drained.
What's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, man? I had to play catch up tonight,
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, no other than PC Silverback. What up, big dog?
Man, just got over this training that my supervisor called me about. Had to get that in, you know how that go. What's going on with you tonight, gentlemen?
Chopping it up, talking about the weekend, talking about the fights, talking about the interview last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see if I can add my 2 cents to it.
Hey, Cresper says hi.
Hey, what's going on, Crespin? Long time, man. How's everything going?
So yeah, man. So yeah, this weekend I really don't have a whole lot going on. I'm just like I said, I'm trying to relax, kind of recoup. Like I said, the next weekend the football practices start. So
Back at it,
baby, and which is good because I need to recoup. I need to recoup, man.
You need to recruit that septic tank money, baby.
Oh my God, man!
At least a year's worth of
Listen, I just want, like, once again,
everything going on, right?
give me half of what I spent. Oh my God, staying positive. That's good, man. Definitely stay positive, Cresper, man. Make sure that you tell Veronica we say hello, man. So yeah, this weekend. So tomorrow, I'm probably gonna get up early. I got a couple of errands I gotta run, and then It's gonna take me a couple hours, tomorrow morning. Then what I'll do is I'll probably already have my bags packed because then I'll go where I'm at, straight to Ernie's place, or we'll go to the lounge
Yeah.
tomorrow. And then at 5 o'clock, I think he said 5. I can't remember if it was 5 or 7. I can't remember. And I have a funny feeling it's probably gonna be more like 5 because they have normally such a bunch of undercards
Yep.
there. Awesome. So what you smoking there, PC? The Almac?
No, man, I got that 1935, baby.
Oh, the Monte Cristo.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. That is bad. You can't even spell errands. Today is pick on Panda night, man. I didn't come on this live so that I could get busted on. That is a good steak. That is a really good steak. That's
Who Cheerios did you piss in, man?
It seems like everyone. But yeah, that who was it? You Don that gave me that stick,
Maybe at first, yeah.
right? But yours was a torpedo.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't had it in the box press Toro like that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I've only smoked a couple of these since I got them. They breed pretty well. I really like them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I kept thinking that you were saying the fights were tonight. I was in there watching the Golden State. They're down by 12.
Oh no, the fights were tonight.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Oh, don't worry about it. So did I. I caught the last fight.
Okay. So did it turn out like you thought it was going to turn out?
Nope. Massive disappointment. I got to see one fight out of 6 or 7, and it was the one that I wanted to read. Well, actually, there was a couple of fights like the Teofimo fight and the Haney fight I wanted to watch, and I got home just in time to watch the main event, and the guy that was supposed to win got his ass whooped. Ooh, excuse me.
Look at that.
Then about to lose.
Yeah.
Again?
It's raining here, man. I really want to go out on the front porch, but it's lightning and all that other good stuff.
Here as well.
And
we're catching it pretty good right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that rain just calling me to go to sleep. That's that slumber weather out there.
I hear that, man. It drizzled out here. I know I think this weekend was supposed to be.
Shit, I got to get up in the morning and be at the dealership. Got to get my oil changed, tires rotated, and I might get some more work done to my truck. But
did you ever figure out that gas tank problem?
It fixed itself.
Really?
Yeah, after about a week and a half, it fixed itself. It took me an average of probably 10 to 20 minutes just to pump a full tank of gas.
That's weird. I wonder if you had something just kind of caught in there, and I don't know how that stuff works, but
I think what it is, you know how when you open up your tank and it's got those little holes right there where I overfilled the tank, and those are really just vents for the fumes to leave out. I think I got too much gas down in there, trying to make sure I got a full tank, and the pressure had nowhere to go. So every time it hit the nozzle, it shut the nozzle off.
Could be.
Yeah. So I Googled it. I YouTubed it. And my mechanic never did call me back. So I said, the hell with it. I'll deal with it until they shut down. So it fixed itself. So I was like, damn. I saved myself about $1,000 probably.
Hey, have you guys? Pat asked a question. I'm sorry, Pat. I didn't even see it. You guys ever had Pepe Mendez by Monte?
Have not.
That one I have not either.
How you doing tonight, Pat? Man, it's good to see you.
Hey, Greg, I just got your text. What you call it? I don't know. I don't have access to that. The one that got access to that is Don.
What's that?
The link. Hold on. Let me see. Stand by.
What was going on out west with your Wi-Fi, man? You and JJ was kind of going through it today, right?
Well, we had they had a citywide in Houston. They had a citywide Xfinity outage. So my son and I ended up with my son and I ended up going through what you call it a MiFi. He had to come to my house, and we ended up working on MiFi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Sheesh. August. Yeah, I received a call today from FPNL, and I guess they're gonna be doing some construction. I guess they're gonna be doing some wires, throwing wires on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know how my property intervenes with that, but apparently they need to talk to us and have people come over to the house, and I guess I'm curious. I'm just curious to see where these guys are doing, what damage they're gonna cause on my property.
Well, the good thing is they're gonna have to repair
Yeah, no, I hear you.
it.
No,
So you don't have to be throwing sod around.
you get that right, buddy. No, I sent that to John. I wonder if Jennifer was able to ever get a hold of the guy. Because we're definitely gonna have to figure something out.
So are they trying to run those fiber optics through your yard, or are there already optics buried?
No, there's nothing out here buried yet, and I guess they're starting out here.
Right.
So we'll see.
Hey, you tell them to make it nice and pretty, cut that tree down for you and get it done for free.
Hey, I wish, man. Let me tell you, I wish. And I'm trying to think like the closest pole is in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the only place I could see them. You know what I mean? And I would assume they would have to go. I don't even know how the heck.
So do they have to dig up the sidewalk? I mean, because what's that is it a 6 foot easement in your state too, off the main road?
Yeah, but remember, I would assume if they're gonna come on my property, they would have to dig, right? They're gonna have to dig.
Right.
So I would assume they're gonna dig in the side, the side and up to my box. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. Y'all forgive me, brothers. I got to get some sleep aid.
Uh, you know.
We're gonna see what old Uncle Nearest can do for me tonight.
Oh, I know what Uncle Nearest did to me last night, boy. Let me tell you, bro. Uncle Nearest was not that nice to me this morning. Although I didn't wake up with the headache or anything. I just felt drained.
Yeah.
I was just absolutely drained.
That much Uncle Nearest will do it to you. Believe it or not.
I believe it. Well, prior to last night, I only had one drink. And then last night, I almost killed half the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
How's that batch? Because this is the small batch here.
well, this is the 100 proof. How much? I mean, yeah, it did a number, and I had some hefty pours last night, and I think I had maybe 4 of them.
Oh wow.
What's up, William?
Hey, but you remember that night I was in the lounge and I was watching basketball or something with the guys, and you were like, "Yo, PC, you feeling it?" I was drinking Uncle Nearest. I had one glass of Uncle Nearest,
Well,
and I'm not really a lightweight. I can hold my liquor.
so am I, but I mean, the dude, I was trying to think, what did I eat yesterday? Because I don't think I had. That's another mistake that I made, that I didn't. You know, I don't think that I had that much food in my stomach. You know, which doesn't help the cause.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, despite that, I said I wasn't going to drink until my birthday, which is in a couple of weeks, ladies.
I bullshit. I bullshit. I bullshit.
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
that to
I got called out by one of my coworkers about that. He goes, "Wait a minute, I thought you said you weren't gonna." I said, "Yeah, I know, but we had a special guest last night on the podcast," and he goes, "What? Did he make you drink it?" I'm like, "Oh, you gonna be that? You gonna be that one, huh?"
So,
Yeah, yes, it
so,
does.
so this here is the 1792 full proof. It's 124 proof, and I got one drink out of this, and I was like, woo, man. So I gotta.
You're right, man. I mean, well, I think once you pass the 40 mark, right? Once you pass, you know, you know, your
Yeah, 80 proof.
yeah, right. I mean, I'm talking about one. Yeah, no. If it's 100 proof, then it's 50%, right? Alcohol. It's
right.
always half of what it is.
Yeah,
Right.
because this one is 46% alcohol
Right.
content, and the proof is 93,
Yeah.
and it's nice, and it'll do your job. I like the it's a little light for me. I like the one that you have.
Now this one got a bite to it, man. But you know, and normally I try to drink most of my bourbons, you know, neat. But let me tell you something. I'm glad I had some ice cubes in this bad boy last night because, oh my lord.
I found out with this, since because pretty much the small batch has a bite too. A little soda goes a long ways with this,
Well,
and
and that's another thing. You're right. To cut it down, you need
yeah,
something to cut
it
it down.
camouflages it, man. And that reminds me when I used to steal drinks from my uncles back in the day. They put that soda in their drinks.
Oh yeah.
So I'm 56 years old, right?
Damn.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh,
Damn.
Guess how many years I've been drinking out of the 56? I'm gonna give you a good guess. Take a long good guess.
Well, just based on that comment, I would say maybe the last 10 years.
Shit. I've been drinking 51 years, dude.
Man, bro, you got a problem, bro.
Hey, that's what my mom and dad get for having that bar right there
Mm-hmm.
and leaving me at home to my own devices.
That 1792 is good. Yeah, it is, man.
you ever? So going back to that, when you were a kid, did you ever do the drink out of the bottle and then put water back in there so that
I was too silly to put water back in it. I was too scared.
my 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 buddy's mom and dad used to say, look, if you're gonna sneak a drink, just sneak a drink. Don't put water in my damn shit because I gotta drink it after you do.
Right. Oh, that would just piss me off even more.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You
Like
know?
tastes right, you know.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I also love, listen, I don't know when I started drinking this, but you know, in the last probably 5 years, I enjoy, especially in the summertime. I love my gin and tonic with a nice squeeze of lime. You know what I mean? And I don't even care for like the real expensive gin. I actually the best gin I enjoy drinking is Beefeater. You
Yeah.
know, and yeah, Beefeater is called, and it's inexpensive. It's not, you know, but I just absolutely enjoy the hell out of it. You know,
But
and so yeah.
that's like back in the day. I can't even remember. It's a black label with red and silver letters. I can't even remember. I'll run across it one time. And especially in college, all I drank was vodka. I would sit up all night and drink vodka. And bruh, I would be running around with no shirt on in the middle of the winter. And I was already a wildcat, so it didn't take much.
Well, Greg, you are on a mission, bro. But I mean, I remember us, drinking the Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
You know,
These youngsters these days have no idea about the Mad Dog.
yeah. Oh no, the Mad Dog 2020. We used to drink the what the hell was that? Oh, Southern Comfort, the bum man's drink. They used to call it. But let me tell you something. When it got cold, that was the best freaking thing for you to have to take a sip off of because, oh my lord, it'll warm you up real quick. Oh, English,
Old
OE,
English.
get your 40 ounces. Oh my god.
I thought I had a bottle of Mad Dog. I had it just for nostalgia. It was Orange Jubilee. I think we threw it out. I used to keep it in my little cabinet right here.
Oh man, yeah. No, I'm telling you, there was so. I mean, vodka. Going back to vodka, I went through all these phases, right? I used to love the screwdrivers, the orange juice and vodka. Then I love the cranberry and vodka. Then I love the cranberry vodka with a splash of orange juice, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I'll have orange juice and vodka. Boone's Farm, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But here's one that most people didn't come back from. If you didn't have any inhibitions, you wouldn't come back from that Thunderbird.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. You know?
There's probably still people walking the street now looking for a bottle of Thunderbird.
Oh my lord! But yeah, I mean, listen, growing up, man, we used to go to the bodega. I mean, and we had to pay cash. Obviously, we had this dude. I don't even know if he's still around, man. But we used to call him Amigo, Indian dude. Amigo, what's going on, Amigo? He already knew. Now he used to tax the hell out of us. You know what I mean? He would charge us double of what the hell what he was selling it for because he knew, and go home and Bacardi Ice was good. Yeah, Bacardi. Yeah, listen, being Puerto Rican, man, Bacardi and Coke, man, or have that chupacabra. So what?
Bodega. He's talking about the bodega. Us Southern folks don't know what a bodega is.
Oh, bodega. Well, yeah,
that's the corner store.
Yeah, the corner store. We coming from New York. Any local mom and pop store, we call them bodegas. That's funny. So what? But and like I said, then we used to go play cards. We used to do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, bodega. Oh yeah, man. I'm telling you, have a blast.
Yeah, I cut my teeth on that Bacardi rum.
Oh, black.
Oh
Mickey's,
man,
Mickey's wide mouth, man. Oh, bro.
The swamp. Sorry.
That Mickey's to leave a sediment in your stomach for the next morning, man. Woo.
No, though, one drink that turned my world upside down. Oh boy.
What's up, motherfucker?
What? That he just messed me up because I forgot what the hell I was about to say.
What's up, G?
Oh my lord, man! What the? It was
the one drink you used to drink. That's where you started.
Oh, that to this day I will never ever drink is Goldschlagers. Man,
I don't even know what that is.
So me and William, we used to work together, and we used to go to this little bar after work.
Ooh.
And there was a young lady that worked in her and her husband owned the bar. And when I tell you, she would send us home one-eyed. And literally every night it was $5-6, you know, like, and I gotta get a Uber, you know, whatever. It was just, William knows what I'm talking about. And the place was called Rock Mutiny. And it was little hole in the wall kind of place that we used to just stop by after work. And oh man.
Hey, Greg, can you turn your TV down just a little bit?
Yeah. Well, fuck, I don't need it now.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
What you call it? The Goldschlagers was definitely one that I would never do again. And so when I first moved down here, you know, I used to hang out with a lot of Colombians, right? And they have a drink what they call aguardiente, right? And it's basically like a licorice, and it is a shot, you know. And I could tell you, I can't smell liquor now because it hurts my stomach. And oh yeah, man,
takes you all the way back.
It takes me way back.
Jägermeister.
I remember.
Jaeger.
Oh yeah, Jaeger's like drinking cough syrup to me. I can't.
My cousin's ex-wife, she fucking would be like, "Oh, here's fucking Jaeger." I'm like, "Fuck you, Jaeger bomb, no."
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Well, they did have Goldschlager and Jaeger together, which was called it liquid cocaine up at Central Michigan.
Yeah, so I just can't, man, dude. So this is how bad this night went. So a friend of ours was moving back to Boston, and we threw this party. Right, we started off with beer, and in between the beer, we were doing the aguardiente shots.
What?
And then aguardiente. It's like I said, that is a liqueur, right? And then from there, we started doing Bacardi and Coke. And then from there, we went back to shots. And then from there, dude, we were just killing things, right? And then we decided to go to a club. Yeah, so there was a Spanish club that one of my boys' brother was the DJ, and he would get us all in. And we were regulars at this club. We end up meeting up with these girls and this and that. This is back when I was telling my story. I had my 87 IROC, right? So we end up meeting. We met up with these girls. Whatever. Next thing you know, I wake up in South Miami in a hotel on a bed, and I'm alone in this room. And I'm like, how in the hell did I even get down here?
In fancy drinkles, probably.
Yeah, pretty much, right? And so I call my boy up. I'm like, yo, where the hell are? And I had the biggest migraine. I had the biggest hangover. Let me tell you something. I was hugging that porcelain bowl like it was my best friend, buddy. And I tossed my cookies, man. I saw every color of the rainbow.
Damn.
I said, listen, man, where you at? He goes, oh, we're at Denny's. We're gonna go to the beach. You want to come by? I'm like, no, I want to go home. I go, dude. How did we get here? He goes, you drove. I go, what? I go, where's my car?
That's scary.
Dude, he goes, you know what? We were just talking about that. We don't remember where you parked. I'm like, oh my Lord. I don't know where the hell I'm at in Miami. I'm somewhere in South Beach. I'm like, and I'm looking for my car. And I can't find my car. And all of a sudden, I'm walking. Mind, I got this pounding headache. And through my peripheral, I see through an alley. I go, is that my car? Dude, I go to the car. My car, it was behind the dumpster. Windows are open, the doors are unlocked. I'm like, I'm glad I was smart enough to bring my keys with me, man. Oh my Lord. I remember getting home, I took a shower, tossed my cookies some more, and I was out. I'm like, never the hell again will I ever end my night drinking Goldschlagers, and I've never drank Goldschlagers ever again.
I was gonna say until next weekend.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I've hugged the porcelain god, many times, but I've never been blacked out drunk where I can't remember shit.
Well, I went to a beer fest a couple years, or many years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
we drank all the beers there, went to the bar, had another beer, and my wife said she wished she could take a picture to where I was, pants down, halfway in the bathroom, halfway in the hallway. Fucking pass the fuck out sleeping.
Oh my Lord, man! Listen,
I was like, thank God for not taking a picture of that shit.
Yeah, I can tell you this: I've blacked out twice.
I don't remember though.
In my life, twice. The first one was on my 21st birthday. I had a cousin that was a bartender at this club, and he lined up 21 shots. You know, I didn't take them all at the same time, but next thing you know, I'm having a good time. Go back to the bar, hit a shot. Go play dance, come back to the bar, hit another shot. Next thing you know, they said that I was talking to some female, and I just like, I'm tired. Boom. I banged my head out the door. Next thing you know, I wake up in my cousin's couch. I'm like, what the hell happened? You know? Yeah, that's bad.
That's like it's been close. It's been over 20 years now. But when we first moved here, we had some good friends here in Atlanta, and we used to go out partying. And the wife was cool with it. My wife would go. It was actually her best friend's husband, and me doing what I do for a living. I'm like, okay, I need to experience the city because I'm gonna have to deal with some of this crap. And we would go out partying, just party. Man, we came back home right around 4 o'clock. Maybe no, it was early. It was later than that. It was close to. We'll eat breakfast, come in right around 6. So I fell asleep on his floor. So my kids are at their house with the wives, and we do a sleepover. He's vacuuming. I'm sleeping on the floor, and the kids just keep kicking me in the head. And I'm just crawled up in the ball because I'm so drunk I can't get up. And they keep kicking me in my head running by. They were little kids. And boy, they laughed at me about that. It's like, man, them kids could have gave you brain damage with those hard bottom shoes on.
Well, I'll tell you this, and just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, we're not condoning to drink to the point that you black out. You know, drink responsibly. You know, if you're drinking, don't drive. You know, stay home. Stay home.
Yeah, somewhere safe.
Junior.
That's why I drink at home.
Yeah.
Getting chances nowadays out there on that road, man.
A, it's cheaper, and 2, you're not far from your bed.
Yeah.
Dude, that they banned that Four Locos here in South Florida, man. Dude, that one can of Four Locos, they estimated to be like 4 to 6 cans of regular beer. Damn. That's how high the alcohol content in those Four Locos were, man. It's crazy.
So it was up around the 60, 70 range as far as alcohol content?
Was that?
It was around the 60, 70
range?
It was,
I don't remember. You know what? I'm curious now. I don't. And the crazy part, bro, it was, I mean, so inexpensive. So you had everybody buying it. You know what I mean?
Right.
See,
and I used to work I used to work for a distributor, so we used to unload rail cars. I mean, like, whew, dude, man, I would have all kinds of Coors beer in my kitchen, and dude, I had so much beer I couldn't even sell it. I was just giving it away.
8 to 14% alcohol. The highest one's got 14%.
14%. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's stupid. Because the average is around 6 to 8, something like that.
Yeah, that's in 5.5 standard alcohol drinks, and 123.5 ounce is what Four Loko is.
Damn.
It's brutal, bro. I'm telling you, man. And they came in all different flavors. They came in all different flavors, and it was just getting ridiculous. But these guys, 2 cans, you're done. You know, and mind you, I'm not much of a beer drinker. You know, I enjoy my beer from time to time. Matter of fact, ironically enough, so every year, my department they partake in the special needs and Special Olympics torch run.
Mm-hmm. You're the sponsor, right?
Raffles. I am, and so you buy the raffle tickets and ironically, when I won two of the raffles. For this year? Yep. So this one here, is 2 bottles of wine and some shot glasses, right? The other one is an 18-pack Founders IPA. I'm not a beer drinker once again. And if I was a beer drinker, this is something that I would have wore. It's a beer belt.
I got a W Championship beer belt.
Yeah. And then also part of that package is also a parachute hammock. So
you got your own bed then?
Yeah, I got my own bed.
Hey man, you're so lucky when it comes to winning stuff like that. You always winning gift cards and raffles and stuff like that. I'm finna send you about $10, and I need you to go play the lottery.
Ooh, him?
You.
I mean, this guy here, man.
Well, I'm gonna send both of y'all some money. I'm gonna send you 10. I'm gonna send him 10. That's $20 a piece. I need y'all to go play the lottery, man.
Hey, PC, go on and send me some money too, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you lost.
Yeah, because I don't live in the winning states, man. They all out west winning, hundreds of millions of dollars,
Right.
dude.
Man, I'm in Michigan.
Man, I'll be sitting up here. You be like, man, PC has fell down, man. Look, he's just wearing tatted shirts and everything. I'll be, man, that's just what you see. I'll disappear. My phone number changed. I told you I'll pay somebody to move my truck from side to side of the garage.
Oh man. Well, we had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be silent mode, bro. Silent mode. Disappear.
I always joked if I won the lottery, there'd be about 8 people that knew where I was, and I always tell my kids there'd be 8 people that know where I was, and it doesn't look good for you too.
Hey, and I'm just gonna be, up front with you guys. I go to work and fuck up every day. Just waiting on the fire. Fire me, please.
Oh man. Oof. I tell you, guys will come back to work on Monday and Tuesday, and my desk will be emptied out, boy. Emptied out. And I'll be like, never mind. I don't want to say what I was about to say.
I used to tell my boss would come in on Monday and say, I guess you didn't win the lottery. I said, you didn't have piss in your coffee cup, did you? He just went, you ain't right, man. You ain't right.
Yeah. That's the crap we talk, man. But I would bow out gracefully, man. I would leave with some class. I would leave in a Rolls Royce or something, shit like that.
I'll say we had a guy retire from our sheriff's department, and he had a limo waiting for his ass.
Dude,
nice.
And he had a drink in his hand when he got in that car.
Dude, you know what? You're right. I'm less than 15 minutes away from Ish. And I still got to go pick up my damn traveling case. The man's had it for like 2 months in his house. He's going to start charging me rent.
Storage fees.
Oh, yeah?
You might have some dog piss on it.
Yeah, hardly. The best exit of quitting, and if I can find it, I'll post it. It's this kid. I don't know if he's at a coffee shop or whatever. He hires a singing group, right? And they do a routine dance. And he's like, I quit. Yeah, it was.
I saw that.
It was. Oh man, it was badass. I'm like, what a way. The jet power airboat. I'm telling you, man. If you ever,
I hear a helicopter going over my head right now.
The first thing you do is call an accountant and maybe a lawyer, win $1 million, spend $1 million, won you back where you started. Yeah, listen, it's crazy because they say that most lotto winners within the first 5 years they're broke again.
Yep.
And
that's why you don't take that lump sum.
Yeah. I mean, and right, and the thing is, I mean, you know, the way if you're going to collect the lump sum, you know, the first thing you want to do is definitely get with your financial advisor, open up a corporation, you know, and put whoever you want to continue. Because remember, you can't will it to anyone, you
Right.
know. Right, depends on taxes, yeah, you know, but you know, and then you just put people, you know, that are agents, you know what I mean, officers of the corporation, so that they get a cut or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then so every month, you know, somebody's getting a check, you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
But man, you think about this. Even if you did all of that and go through the court, the setting it up as a corporation and doing all the things, I could never give my kids that much money because it would probably destroy them. And I love them too much to destroy them.
right, uh-huh.
Shit, I'm serious, dead ass serious. That means they would never know.
But and that's what I said, man, you know, I would indirectly try to figure out a way for them to ain't no mail service in swamps. You know, and I said probably the only thing that I will have something I will buy. All I want is land. I definitely buy a ton of land. Have something built. Maybe have a barnuminium built for me. You know what I mean, son? That I could enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely build up my man cave. Maybe try to compete with Cigar Prop. You know what I mean? You know, I might build a
Metal.
1,000 square foot lounge. You
Instead
know
of a
what I mean?
500.
That's right. And build like a 300 square foot humidor. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm telling you,
It would be every
absolutely,
cigar
man.
that I could dream of would be in there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And just you gotta be careful when you go and invest, right? Because
Yeah.
you're gonna have a bunch of people come after you. You know, and the whole idea is, you know what, you got to do your own research. But I would definitely buy land, probably some maybe a couple of apartment complexes, maybe, you know, do
Right.
something like that. Maybe build me a shopping plaza, something that my money's gonna freaking
Come back.
make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because those are the things, right? Because what's the saying? You know, how do you become a millionaire? Have everything, have something that everyone wants, right?
Right.
You
Right.
know, and that's basically what it is, right? It's just to figure out. But also, if you can find and get yourself into a business of everyday necessities, right? People always need a place to live.
Mm-hmm.
People always need a place, a roof over their head, clothing, food. They can't they can't come
You ain't
after you.
wrong there.
All right, bro. You got that right, buddy. You know?
Yeah, but see, you, yeah, I would do a supply and demand type deal, but the land would be the thing that that's where your wealth is gonna be
Mhm.
with the land, and most definitely, I would probably disappear for about 5 years. I no shit, I would disappear for about 5 years, let it die down. Hopefully, I would set me a salary up, no more than probably double what I make now, or right at double, and that way I don't get too far out of hand. I stay humble.
I think
You
the
Yeah.
won't
thing you
see
got
me
to
riding
remember.
around, see
I think
my
the thing
fat ass in a Ferrari or nothing like that.
I think the thing you got to remember is those that aren't your friends now aren't your friends either. If they ain't your friends now, they ain't your friends when you win a bunch of money. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes for family members. But I remember what Magic Johnson said when he was making all that money. He started venturing off into other businesses. He said some family members you just got to pay off. Hey, here's 100,000. Don't come back no more. Here's 100,000. You ain't never had 100,000. That's all you gonna give me? Hell yeah. Now be gone. If you spend that, you done.
I'd make sure the kids' college are squared away.
Oh, you set a trust fund for them. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
you set up a trust fund for your kids with stipulations, right? But the thing is that they can't know what those stipulations are,
Right.
because I'm a firm believer that if you lay it out for them, they could play the game until they get their money and then do whatever the hell they want.
Well, you set it up in stages throughout the rest of their lives. I mean, they have all that kind of money. You just set it up in stages. Depends on how much money is left over.
Yeah.
And that way, 25, you get a chance to, buy your first apartment or whatever, or a house.
Yeah.
30, 35, you get married, that if they go on the traditional route. 40, 45, you start making some moves. 50, if you want to retire, you can. By that time, they should have some sense.
Well,
You would
kind
hope.
of. You kind of hope. Yeah. No.
I say I can look at my uncle and some bitch ain't got nothing situated. Living with grandma.
You'll be amazed how many people still live with grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm sweating like a whore in church.
Mm.
Oh, speaking of kids, looking at June for adopting my boy.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
They just told us they mentioned that at court today. I'm like, fuck yes. So
Heck
that $100 conviction that I won on Randy's podcast back in October, I'll finally smoke that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, keep us up on how that go, man. Wishing you, great success with that process.
Absolutely. Yeah, right now, it's just waiting on the state for all that limbo stuff. I know I shouldn't have said his damn name.
What happened?
Beetlejuice.
Oh shit! Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is there a way for me to turn my camera around?
You might have to go in through a different setting of
Turn the
streaming.
phone, maybe.
No, you want to turn it up. What they say?
But that's how you do it, right?
Al Gomez, Reform Cigars.
What's going on,
Hey,
buddy?
what's up, guy?
Going
How
on?
you guys
Man,
doing?
what's going on?
What's going
¿Todo
on,
bien?
Raúl?
Todo
todo bien.
tranquilo. Muy
Tranquilo.
bueno.
Pues claro.
Say it again, Panda. I skipped.
Dice, si estoy bien, le estoy diciendo, pues claro.
Oh, yeah, all good.
Oye,
Sean Wilkinson,
Hi, fellas. How we doing?
Rebellion Cigars. They have Netflix in England, if you
We
didn't
have
know.
Netflix. Only in the posh areas,
Oh,
though.
make sure
Yeah.
you got it over.
Hey, welcome.
John Aldi,
what up?
everybody's rep.
Everybody's rep.
Where's the drumsticks?
Put them
I
through.
don't have any here. I could get them on the plane.
Anyway, some TV.
笑我啦，我是你啊，我请我的班来请我。
Ni hao. Ni hao.
What's going on?
What's going
I don't
on?
know if y'all can. Y'all see how big this dude is?
Holy.
This is
What up,
Mike.
Gabe?
Is it Joyner?
Joiner.
I
Yes.
think we might be.
Oh, you
kids.
look like
Might be
Gabe
close.
almost.
Can y'all see the lounge? Can you see this mobile lounge, Panda?
Yeah.
This place has been freaking cool, man. We're having a blast. And then you got outside here. They got their little sitting here. And then we're right beside, of course, everybody in this big ass tent are smoking pipes. That whole big tent's a big pipe tent. So we're all just in here. This is where we've been hanging out. Tomorrow Sundays when we're going to be selling. What y'all doing?
Nothing, man. Just
Just
chopping it
chopping
up.
it up.
You know? How's it going out there?
Huh?
How's it going out there?
It's going great, man. Hey, y'all know who's staying in this hotel? And I'm pissed off that Aldi got a picture with him and I didn't.
Who's that?
Mick Foley.
No.
That's awesome.
I'm so ticked off. I saw him last night get off the elevator. I was like, dude, that's. And then we were talking about it at lunch, and we come home from lunch. We come back, and no sooner than we step on the friggin' elevator, Mick walks around the corner and he gets a friggin' picture with him. I was so damn pissed off.
Hey, Randy, you got to learn how to photobomb, Randy.
Right?
Man, he's supposed to be here for all weekend, so hopefully I'll get a chance to meet him.
That's
That
awesome.
dude's huge, man. I didn't know how. I had no clue how big he was as far as tall. You locking him out? I stepped into the back where I can hear y'all.
He's like 6 something, isn't he?
Dude, he's freaking big. Oh, I'm not trying to crash or brag. Maybe a little. So, you know, Sean with Rebellion he's got a new cigar coming out called The Beast, right?
Right.
Okay.
And he's collabing with Eddie Hall.
Yeah.
Check that out.
We're supposed to do in the very near future, we're going to do another podcast with Sean to push his beast, and we're going to try to get Eddie Hall on the podcast too. So that'd be freaking cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Ah, we real nice.
I
Heck
love his
yeah.
content.
Huh?
I love his content.
Oh yeah, man. Damn, it's kind of cold out here.
Hey, where's the heifer?
She's in here. Where'd she go? Oh, okay. The heifer. Come here.
Yeah, you
She
living on
had
the
to
edge
go.
there.
She had to go take a nap, and
Siesta.
yeah, and then we got her up. We had a oh damn, I'm sorry. We had a
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
What's
we had
happening?
No.
cocktail from 9 to 10:30.
Mhm.
Food and cocktail party upstairs, and
Yeah, they put me in a room that rotates. The bar and the room.
yeah, in the center of that top floor stays what am I trying to say? Stable, and the middle section, not the outside, between the bar and the outside wall, the whole
Right.
where everybody's sitting rotates, and that screws us up. If you're standing at the bar and you're not standing on that 2 foot little ledge, you're rotating. One of your feet, it's like going, yeah, it messes you up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that would.
Ah, look
I
at
don't
you.
drive out. It's cold.
You got the
So that-
band going.
got the new one, and this is I think it's going to be official. I'm going back to the Toro Panda, not the box press, because this gun. I just want to hop on and say, man, appreciate all you guys, because we've been having a blast here, and we ain't even started selling yet. we ain't been here barely 24 hours, and it's just been, this is fun. And if y'all hadn't checked out the TPA, you should, because this is not a TPA event. It's one of the sponsors, but we're going to have events. They're setting up events coming soon in different states, and it's going to be more cigar, you know, even though it's tobacco association, but I think it'll be more. This is mostly a pipe show,
Mm-hmm.
and there's still a ton of people here in the cigar stuff that Doc's here, from GTO. Trying to think who else is going to be here tomorrow. There's about 22 cigar vendors here, and so it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty
Okay.
nice. We've had
Okay.
a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy,
Take a lot
man.
of video, man. Take a lot of video, pictures, and
Maybe you
definitely
get a chance with Mick.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
get a
hope, man. I hope I get with Mick. So we did. You can probably see it behind me there. We did a Big Fella's Mobile Lounge. Of course, they're up here in south of Chicago, about an hour south of Chicago is where they're based. But they're up here, great guys, man. Brothers, they're like 350, 6'5", I mean 6'7". They're huge guys, but very humble, very cool to hang around with. So we did an interview with them tonight. Tomorrow we're kind of doing cigar dude stuff, doing interviews, like a couple 2 or 3 minutes. Gonna try to get something with everybody and post them as we go. So just something fun, just something to put out there and push everybody and
Right.
just have fun and man, y'all got to come to the next event. If you can make it to the next event or whatever like this, because this shit is laid back, cool as hell. Like we have to smoke today because we got our tomorrow and Sunday we got to sell from like 9 to 5. We're indoors. We can't smoke. That sucks. That's the
So
only
they
bad thing. So we can't smoke inside. But
so they have a smoking ordinance on that building, or they just
yeah, it's like a Hyatt Regency. So there, it's inside the hotel. So it's kind of
okay.
like a, if you can imagine like a class or something you go to when they have a lot of breakout sessions. There's like all these different rooms where they have the different pipes and the pipe makers and tobacco, all that kind of stuff set up. And we're in a different room just for cigars. So they don't want us smoking inside, but we smoke outside, no
Right,
problem.
right.
And they made the tent because it's like 50 degrees here. It's actually 47 degrees, but the tent is designed, it's heated and everything like that. Of course, we're out here in the lounge because you could go as you could. I don't know if I went inside a while ago, but it's very loud in there. Like you can't hear inside the pipe. I don't know. It's like but it's cool.
Yeah,
And I'm a little toasty.
yeah. Well, as well as you should.
Well, man. Well, listen. Good luck to you tomorrow, man. Like I said, definitely keep us posted. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. We might try to go live a little bit, but mostly it's just hopefully a lot of pictures. And I'm still looking for Mick, man. I hope I see him. It's just crazy, right? You grow up watching somebody like that on TV, and I'm in a hotel in Chicago, and me and my wife are walking up to the elevators, and three other guys are next to us, and I see this guy get off by himself, and I'm like, no way, no way, no way, that's him. And I didn't want to. He was by himself, and he just walked off, and I was like looking around, and finally found out that he is actually here in Chicago. And today, Aldi gets a picture with him at our hotel. So I'm like, you sucker.
Yeah. Hey, but hey, Randy, you got to remember now when they come to events like that, they're there to be greeted, man. So don't be shy.
Right. No, but I couldn't friggin' all I could think of was mankind. That's mankind. That's mankind. I couldn't think of his damn name. But I was gonna like Mr. Foley. Going to them kind of thing. But when Aldi said when he met him, dude, he was so just friggin' just very humble and very like he went to shake his hand and he didn't want to shake his hand and he held out like a fist bump. He said, "Is that okay?" And Aldi said, "Yeah." Like he wasn't like being a jerk or anything about it. Like that was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
I
So
had the same kind of experience. I was in a hotel in Raleigh, North Carolina for a conference, and I was coming down out of the elevator, and I walked out, and David Draymond, the lead singer for Disturbed, was sitting in the lobby, and
oh nice.
I was like, oh my, yeah,
That's
you
I
know,
was
crazy,
there
man.
for GalaxyCon from the 2nd through the 4th. Nightmare Week in Chicago.
Yeah, so like this is the Hyatt and he's doing some kind of autographs at where? Where is he doing?
It's
Like
called
it's
Nightmare Weekend Chicago. And
is it
it's at
what's the
the convention center
okay, so he's staying here and doing something somewhere else.
at
So
the
I'm
Donald D. Stevens Convention Center.
okay. So hopefully I'll see him either tonight or maybe tomorrow evening sometime. So we'll see. I don't know. It'd be cool. My brother's more of baby, you going inside?
The hell yeah,
Okay.
it's cold.
Well, I was gonna tell her to bring my damn jacket back if she's going to the room. All right, guys, I'm gonna go in here and oh, do y'all know Ronnie? With have y'all ever Ronnie with what is it? I don't know if they're doing. It's him and his brother and cousin Frank. They do like the Great Smoke something. It's a podcast. They all wear the blue shirts. I'm trying to think of their podcast name. Been doing it for a long time. Uh, let's see. He's
You also
actually
have Gangrel, Christian Cage, and Orange Cassidy from AEW there as well.
here with
Yep,
Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy,
Huh.
the rest for AEW.
Ronnie, what's the name of y'all's podcast?
Great Cigar and Pipe Show.
Great Cigar.
Hey guys, how you doing? Great Cigar and Pipe Show. How's
How you
everything
doing?
going, you guys?
doing good,
Going
man.
great.
I'm good.
You got
Doing
Don,
good.
Panda, Greg, PC, and this is you. You see yourself?
Oh man. Hey, what happened? I'm looking like the best looking dude in the group. No, I'm busted balls, guys.
These some ass podcasts. These guys.
Hey, it was great to see you. I hope you guys come to the show. We're going to be the first weekend in May every year for the next 20 years. You can come out and hang out with your man here.
I don't think y'all are any of y'all pipe smokers. Because we're
JJ.
in that.
But that's okay. It's not.
JJ is.
Listen, it's just not a pipe show. Next year we're celebrating 30 years, but we started off as a pipe and cigar. Then some of the old timers said, "Oh, let's just do pipes." Last year I became the show director, and I said, "No, we're going to bring back cigars because the leaf of cigar and the leaf of a pipe, it's all the same. It's one great community." And this year I introduced the cigar emporium section. Again, it's ground floor for the cigar guys, but Chicagoland is a fabulous area for cigars. It's hot area altogether. I've got 6 retailers that are participating in the show, and it's a great way to get your name in the Midwest and hopefully get on the shelf, get some retail space. So if you guys are interested, come on down and be more than welcome to have you guys and help you make a name for yourselves here.
All right,
Appreciate it.
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Stay with Randy. He'll feed you all in. Join the TPA. We're also looking to have a show in Virginia. I believe September.
Yep, September.
We're looking to do that, and we'll have a TPA festival in Florida after that. And we're going to look to move around the entire country. So this way,
Okay.
everybody around the entire country will have a festival and grow your business as well as growing the TPA and getting people to understand what we're all about.
We
Oh,
Do
we're in
you
Florida.
Yep.
where where in Florida?
We're in Florida.
Where at in Florida?
We're going to be in Wellington, just west of West Palm Beach. Wellington. What's the address? PGA Boulevard, is it? Or
No, it's
11630 Polo Club in Wellington, Florida.
Panda's like 5 minutes.
Panda, 5 minutes from you. But once you become a TPA member, you'll be invited to come to our festival and take part. But only TPA members will be able to show their cigars and their accessories. If you become a TPA member, Ish Olivan Rodriguez is our board member, and he just opened up a cigar lounge in the Polo Club, and we're only going to do TPA member cigars being sold out of there. So if you want more information, definitely talk to Randy.
Or
He's got that.
TPA.rock.
Or TPA.rocks for more information about our mission statement and what we're all about.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Appreciate
All right.
you.
Pleasure talking to you, gentlemen. You have a great time, and I hope to meet
Yes,
you
sir.
all in person soon.
Have a
Take
great
care.
weekend.
Keep it smoking.
He's kind of like a cross between Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, I'm getting pushed out of here. You know what I mean?
Rodney Dangerfield and Andrew Dice Clay.
No respect.
It's getting. Let me get back in. It's getting a little wild. and this is and this is Brian. He's one of the owners. It's you and your brother, Mike, that own this lounge here that we're in, and it's freaking awesome, man.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's going on?
Panda's thinking about doing a. He's got it in the works later on. He's wanting to do something like this.
Yeah.
So if you need any, you got any questions or any, I got I got his number and shit. We'll hook up.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, man, this is sweet.
Boy, Randy's feeling
Oh.
nice, bro.
Yes,
He's
sir.
feeling nice.
Yeah, he is.
He's all up in everyone's face. He's like,
I am, man. You
you
know,
feel
hey, but this is the way, dude. You know how it is. Like in this community, we freaking hit. Of course, damn near everybody in here. We've all been talking online, you know, in the TPA meetings and stuff. So we all kind of pretty much knew each other when we got to meet everybody. When we, you know, as far as in person. So it's been a blast, man. I know you guys would love this. Like, I wish y'all were here. This is, oh man, it's like I'm on cloud 9 here. It's such a friggin' blast.
good, man. Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, dude, make make the best of it. You know, go out there and represent, man.
Well, we tried. All right. Hey, I appreciate you letting me on, man. I know I took up your time, but
It's
I
all
All
was
good,
good.
wanting,
man.
I was wanting to brag a little and
No,
tell you what,
listen,
and
we
and it's
appreciate
share, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
It's all about sharing. It's all about the experience.
It
All
is.
about the experience, baby.
It is, man. And I did get to try the around the world tonight, and I got to tell you,
Nice.
it's there. It's nice. It's
Mhm.
it's like it's kind of wild when you smoke it. It's kind of like a little bit of everything. And anything that you know that Ish makes, it's kind of you start getting little hints of those cigars, but then it's its own cigar, which is crazy. It is its own cigar, but it just reminds you of other cigars. Does that make sense? Like it stands on its own, but it,
Yeah.
it reminds you. And you take one puff, one pull, and it's like, oh, this. Well, shit, there it goes. It's not there anymore. You know, very freaking complex. So if you get one, only smoke it when you really got time to really
So
focus
what?
on it.
So what you're saying is it transitions well.
Every
I'm just
it
messing.
does. It does,
I'm
right?
just messing with you.
It does. I'll say it transitions because it's a hell of a transition.
Well,
Good deal.
when I go pick up my travel case from his house, I'm definitely gonna
Oh yeah.
bombard his room.
Yep. I got my other ones in too, so I'm gonna try to
Nice.
sell some of those tomorrow. So, but we'll hook up later.
Nah,
Uh,
brother.
All
All
right,
right,
see
man.
bro.
y'all soon.
All
Appreciate
right.
y'all,
All
man.
All right. Take care, man.
All right.
Nah.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling that shit.
He's
He is
nice.
feeling nice.
Nice. He talking about it's
Cigars
cool. He's
Unbanded.
toasted.
What's going on? Cigars Unbanded. Oh man. Would you here chopping it up? That was one of our boys, Randy from Ironclad Cigars. He's out there promoting his cigar company out there now. What is it? TPE?
TPA in
TPA.
Chicago.
TPA.
TPA. Yeah, TPE is something else. But so I'm assuming if I understand it right, I guess they're gonna have the event at Ish's Lounge,
Sounds like it.
right? So nice.
Short trip for you.
Very short drive. But guys, I'm gonna call it quits.
Yeah, me too.
I am dragging booty.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to be up at 6 in the morning. I got to be at this dealership at 7:20 in the morning.
Oof. Yeah. I don't know
That'd
what's
be
I got a ride. I got about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour ride. We'll see.
What you
Hopefully,
what you got going on in the morning again or tomorrow?
I can't share just yet.
Okay, don't worry.
Share
Don't worry.
just yet. I'm working on something, so crossing my fingers. We'll see. If it works out, I'll
His
share.
walk-in humidor.
Yeah, my walking humidor. Tell you, man,
Okay.
I'm gonna build me 1,000 square foot lounge and be like, yeah, Kev, what do you think about that?
And then you'll be like, hey, Randy, you got your little studio? Look at mine.
That's right. You give them a whole tour. But listen, all jokes aside, before I go, I didn't even think about what he said as a walking humidor inside your lounge, right? Those
Mhm.
little saunas, right? The dude, it's perfect. He's right. It's all cedar and it's already built.
Yep.
You know, you would just have to find something that. Although I did find one on Facebook Marketplace, and it was like 2,100. It was a three person but
Sound-
you have to rip down the seats and stuff like that so that it kind of looks nice. You know what I mean?
But it's already built with all the cedar and everything.
Yeah, look at this. Hold on. There it is right there.
Perfect.
And then look at the inside.
Yep.
You
Nice.
know? And they're asking $1,400 for that. And
I
it's all
thought,
cedar.
I thought about it today. If you can get two and put them side by side and connect them, and just have tear one wall out where you can walk through the other one, you'll have a huge ass humidor.
But think about it.
Light bulb.
If you could find a place, right, that you could added on to your building, right? You know, and build over it. You know what I'm saying? So you will have to knock down maybe, I don't know how to, I have it in my head how I would do it, because obviously you don't want the back of it exposed to the outside elements, right? To the so you have to build it outside. But if you built it right, you cut a hole, put it in, and then go on the outside and build around it and cover it so that it looks like it's flush against your wall, but it's out. When you go in it, you're actually outside.
So it has its own walk-in room and whatnot. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I would put glass. I would put glass as you walk in. You open the glass doors to walk in.
Oh, I will have the glass etched in with my logo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That glass cost.
Pretty sweet.
That would be sweet. But Black South, you have a good one too, Papa. Guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Touch base with you mañanas. Greg, thanks for popping on, my brother.
Welcome. Like I said, I gave you enough busting in the comments. Like, I'll jump on.
Yeah, man. No, listen, you're more than welcome anytime, brother.
All right, Greg.
And I got to finally smoke the blood medicine.
Oh, nice.
Listen, at least you didn't almost lose your life when you smoked it. Okay, I'm just saying. I almost lost my life for just trying to reach for one. I'm just saying.
I say I had to grab this Gatorade because my mouth got dry towards this part.
Yeah, the back end.
I seen Don drinking a Gatorade order. I'm like, I gotta get one too now.
But guys, once again, Pats, it's always a pleasure, and maybe we could set something up. I gotta guess we gotta get Pats on here. Yep. You know, pick up a day, and what we'll do is, Pats, we got to get you onto our Discord. You know, if you don't have a Discord, download Discord and look for us on Bonded by the Leaf. We have a separate Discord for that. So I will catch you guys mañanas.
Mañanas, man.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys.
Peace.
All right. Peace.